Hi everyone, I'm John Sedgwick and welcome back to PDQ PD. Today I want to show you about a tool that's been around for a while and I've started using a little bit just playing around, and that is Google Earth. When we look at Google Earth today, I want to show you a few ways that you can use it in your classes right away without spending hours and hours and hours of learning the tool. So let's get into it. First thing you need to do is from any device, you can go to earth.google.com. And because this is on the web, where it says here Launch Earth in Chrome, that means you have the option of showing it from a projector to all your students at once, or if they have Chromebooks, they can watch it with you. So now I am in Google Earth, and you see here we just have a big globe. The first tip I want to show you is how to use some of the zooming and such to get to where you want to be. Now first I'm going to kind of get around to the United States, and I'm going to use the zoom to zoom in on an area, and I can also click and drag to get where I want, and I'm going to zoom down to Anderson and show you how far down I can zoom. We can get all the way down to the housetops and such. And just to show you, let's see here. Here's Anderson High School. Now if you look down here to the right, there's a little person, and they call that the peg man. And if you click on the peg man, and when you drag it, you see little blue lines pop up. These blue lines are where the Google vehicle has gone and created street views. If you drag your peg man to the street view and release, it will zoom to that location, and it will take you to images of that location. And you see here there's a 360-degree image of Anderson High School. Now think of the possibilities of this in your class. Anytime you're talking about an author, talking about a location in a book, talking about the history of someone, you can go right to those locations and see what they look like currently. I'm going to click out of that for now, and I'm going to scroll way back up, and over here on the left there is a search tool, and you can type in the names of particular locations, either by address or just name. And in this case, I'm going to type in Great Pyramids. And you see, I can get to the Great Pyramid of Giza, and I'll click on that. Takes me right to the Great Pyramid. Now here, it's going to scroll around, just kind of do a fly around of the Great Pyramid. If you want to go to the street view, you can do the same thing here. But this time, instead of clicking and dragging first, I'm just going to click on the peg man. And you see, besides the roads that it shows, there are a bunch of these little pictures, or these little circles here. These circles are where people have taken pictures and added them to the Google Maps, and it incorporates them in Google Earth. So let me click on one of these. It's going to zoom me down to that specific picture, and I can do the 360 view and see what that picture is. So I have a lot more options than just the street view. Now I can still take the street view and drag it down to a location on the street and get that view as well. That's the first way that you can use Google Earth, is to get to specific locations, see what they look like in real time. Now the second thing I want to show you is, let me click out of this. If I go over here to the left on my toolbar, there's what looks like a ship's wheel that's called Voyager. Now, Google has built some tools here for you to use. I'm going to show you two of these. So the second way you can use this right away is going to this toolbar and going to Layers. And what these layers are, and you can use these at all levels, these are models of the Earth with different kinds of worldwide data. And in this case, protecting the world's, the Earth's wild places, seafloor depth, etc. So let's scroll down to, let's go to current weather radar. Nope. Let's go to 24-hour global precipitation. So at all ages, you can click on this, and this is a good way to compare, look at different places in the world and see what's happening. So this is the precipitation in the world in the last 24 hours. So think of the ways that you could use this in your classrooms to compare different places in the world and what kind of weather they're getting, or actually what kind of precipitation they're getting. And there's a number of these kind of layers built in. Now the third way is I'm going to go over here to Education. And when I click on Education, these are kind of pre-built lesson plans that incorporate Google Earth. And let me scroll down to one here. Let's take the Lewis and Clark expedition. So when I select on this expedition, it's going to have me click to open it up. And you can see, let me scroll back up, it's already zooming in for me. This is the first place in their location, the first place that Lewis and Clark started. And over here on the right, it gives you some information about it. Now if I were to scroll all the way back up, you can see it's giving me the entire route of the Lewis and Clark expedition. But I'm going to scroll back down here. And you notice I have the little pegman up here. If I click on that, it will take me to that particular site in Street View. And here there's the Lewis and Clark monument that shows where they started. Clicking the paper airplane takes me back to the high view. And then if you also notice down here in the lower right, there's one of 12. I'm on one of 12 parts of the lesson. I'll click the next arrow. It'll take me to the next location, which is way up here. I believe this is in Iowa. Yep, Floyd's Bluff, Iowa. Tells you a little bit about it. And if you want to go to the Street View, click on the little pegman. And the Street View takes you to that monument. And you can click on through these lessons all the way through to the end with a little bit of the information here on the right. The Read More will take you to more of the information about that particular part of the expedition. So by using the Street View and the Zoom, by using layers, or by using lessons, these are three ways that you can use Google Earth in your lesson to kind of enhance what you're doing and use it right away without a whole lot of in-depth training. There are tons of other things you can use on Google Earth, but these are three easy ways to use it in your class right away. Hope this is helpful to you, and as always, have a great day.